Hello and welcome back to another YouTube video on on Fire Project Gaming. So thank you. And so in this video, it's a short video just to talk about how best to optimize your Serenitea Pot. This is assuming that you've already gotten it to trust rank maximum of level 10. So really, at this point, make sure that you have invited 8 of your characters that have not maxed their companionship yet, because they still gain, I think, approximately 5 per real life hour of companionship bonus experience. So make sure you do not have them maxed. If they are maxed, go into your home or your island or whatever, your realm, and change them out for other characters that have not maxed yet. It's something that, goes up over time. Originally, I was placing the characters that I was not using in here, but eventually you get to a point where you end up, because I'm building all my characters technically, with the exception of a handful of them. So eventually you get to a point where those characters that you actually end up using and such, they will be maxed out. So you will have to replace them anyway. So eventually all the characters will be eventually maxed out. So right now, these are a mixture of some characters I am actually actively using, majority of them are, and some of them are semi-using, and some of them are not really using. Um, so make sure you do that. Okay. The other thing I want to talk about and address in this video is the Realm Depot. Okay. And I'm sure other YouTubers and streamers and gamers have already mentioned this, but make sure that you always buy the transient resin every week. It is doable, especially once you've gotten your trust rank to level 10 and you're consistently getting the maximum amount of realm currencies. So yeah, it's just a waiting game in real life hours. So usually right now it's Friday when I'm uploading this. So usually by now, as you can see, I've already gotten everything. So basically, you would just let it sit and try to get them all for the next week, basically. And especially these can hit your battle pass requirements as well, because when you collect 1,000 currency in the week, then it will be one of the achievements for your battle pass. So yeah, so make sure you get the transient resin right away. The next ones I personally recommend are the Sanctifying Essence and the Sanctifying Unctions, because I care a lot about leveling up my artifacts, testing out different artifacts, trying them, to level 4 or to level 8, rolling for substats, and then, yeah, so it helps, okay? So I value these three. I have never really purchased any of these ones. Fabric you should never purchase because you can get them for free by trading the silk flowers in the pot, as you know. If you have to value these other 3 items, you should actually value the Hero's Wit and the Mora more than the Mystic Ore, because Mystic Ore is technically free. However, in late game, and if you have gotten a lot of weapons that you cannot get to level 90, actually Mystic Ore is actually very useful, because Mystic Ore unfortunately has a cap. So I'm biased, but overall I prefer all 3 of these, because at least the Hero's Wit and the Mora, you can farm them from the ley line. But the Mystic Ore, I get it. It's not worth it to spend your currency here. I get it. However, if you really need that little extra push to get your weapons higher, then this is one method as well. So no right or wrong here, but for sure these 3 you must get every week. Try to. Secondly, in terms of furnishings, there are actually a lot here that you don't even need. Only get what is required in your blueprint that is listed for your sets that you're trying to go for, in order to get those bonuses from the characters, where they give you a gift of talent materials, Mora or other rewards, and or Primo gems, right? So only go for that. Secondly, blueprints, don't buy them all. Again, only get the ones for the items that are actually going to contribute to the sets. So these ones are leftover ones, and I'm not going to bother with them. Actually, there was a few more leftover ones I shouldn't have gotten, but then that was after I only realized that after the fact. So just make sure that you don't bother with these for now, okay? Of course, when the Serenitea Pot updates, etc., there'll be new blueprints, new sets created, then of course, then get them. Okay, and so by then you'll be using your currency then, of course, which means then you'll have to give up something from the actual realm treasures. So again, if you have to give up anything, then you'll have to give up these things and just focus on getting the resin every week, because we all know resin is the most important resource in the game. Next, from these fields, as you'll know, I bought one of this, and the other one you get in the story actually. So I didn't bother buying these other 2 because this is going to be a long, thing to get those achievements for those Primo gems, where you have to farm a lot of the items. So getting 2 more isn't really going to make a difference, because you're only going to get like 4, right? Now, the secret actually is to plant plants that yield more than one item. So for example, silk flowers yield 2 per flower. Jaeyun chilies yield 3 per flower. What else? Those what is it? Lisa's flower, the one I forget what this name is called, but then there's a flower, the valberry. There we go. The valberry yields 4. Right, so those ones are easy. Now, of course, for the water farm patch here, this one doesn't have anything that yields more than 1, so this one's going to be a long ass, um, road to getting that final achievement for unlocking the farming ones. I have only unlocked the first achievement, and I'm working on the second one, and then the third one's probably going to be even longer. And yeah, and then this one, I only did it because this one allows you to grow the Naku weeds, which I needed for when I first entered Inazuma to get for Yoimiya. So now I no longer need them, so it doesn't matter. So now so for this one, it lists them here. So I do farm the silk flowers on this one because that yields 2. Everything else in that list in the bottom right there yields only 1. For this one, I use Jaeyun chili. Sorry, this is the water one. This one does, none of those yield 2. So this one you can do Jaeyun chili or you can do valberries. Actually, I should be doing valberries. I think I'm making a mistake by doing Jaeyun chili because Jaeyun chili you only get 2 or 3, I think, whereas valberry you get 4. So I'm gonna redo this moving forward. That's my mistake too that I just realized. But anyway, no rush, right? So anyway, that's it. And then for this, I recommend only getting 2. One for your home island main area in front of your front door, basically, and then one for you going to another area where you can farm. Of course, if you can put the farm patches right in front of your house, then you don't need either of these, and you can save the currency. So because I had to obviously fill up my land to maintain my realm currencies, so then I put the other one on the other part of my island. In terms of actually these ones, I made a mistake. I didn't know. Early on, you should not buy them actually, because you should just do that storyline with the granny in Liyue and get the seed dispensary box, and then you can just get free seeds when you pick up items along your travels. So don't even buy any of these seeds, because then they're just gonna end up sitting there, unless you don't do her storyline and you don't have it yet, the seed dispensary, then maybe. Okay, so anyway, this was just a really quick video just to explain how it's best to optimize your Serenitea Pot after you've reached rank 10 in your trust with Tubby. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. If you like this video, please feel free to throw me a like. Please subscribe to my channel and follow me, and also hit that notification bell. I'll be continuing to post more videos about the game, tips, share my experiences, and discussion topics as well. So yeah, feel free to do that, and I'll see you in the next